Shalom Aleichem. Today I'd like to address a feeling that many people have before a fast comes. Before a fast, many people have anxiety. They have even a phobia from the fast. They feel like they're going into something that they don't know how to get out of. They're going into that dark, closed room and it's just they don't find a way out. Well, the truth is that those feelings are wrong because those fasts that Chazal instituted, like Yudzayin B'Tammuz, Tisha B'Av, and others, except on Yom Kippur, which is more strict and requires an explanation for itself. Those fasts, Chachamim told us that if one feels sick, he does not fast. Therefore, at any point that a person might feel he's getting sick, he stops fasting right away. Sick doesn't mean actually sick with fever, but rather if one feels that he might get dehydrated, that's very dangerous. What's the symptoms of dehydration? One that might feel lightheaded, feels like he wants to throw up, nausea, and so on. Those feelings are symptoms of dehydration. One stops right away his fast and he needs to drink or eat as needed. If one feels weaker than normally he would feel on the fast day, that's also already in a category of being sick, which Chazal said, you don't continue fasting, you eat right away. Before the fast, one needs to prepare himself for that fast. Therefore, a day before the fast, one starts drinking a lot to keep the body hydrated. Don't think that you drink an hour or 2 hours before the fast starts and that's sufficient. No, you need to drink beforehand in order to get the body hydrated. It's not just about drinking right before the fast, but a couple of days before it's recommended, or at least the day before, to drink as much as possible. A cup every hour, that would be pretty good. And the drinks that one should use is water or seltzer, but not sweet drinks which get the body more thirsty or anything along those lines. Caffeine should be avoided already a few days before the fast. Why is that? Because many people are hooked on caffeine, on coffee. They addicted to it to the point that if they don't have coffee one day, they get an extreme strong headache. And therefore, in order to avoid that, you stop drinking coffee a few days before, and slowly, the body gets used to not having coffee. And therefore, on the fast itself, the body knows how to handle it much better. So that's an important point that one needs to realize and know. In order to fast good, the body needs to have the correct nutritions. Therefore, the bread that one should use, very much recommended, is the whole wheat bread or whole wheat pasta, brown rice. Those things would give you the nourishment that you need and not get you hungrier as the white bread and white rice would do. Use sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes. That's also because of the same idea. Regular potatoes usually tend to cause more hunger and you want to eat more and more. Sweet potatoes, on the other hand, fill you up. Those foods that are rich in protein and fat would also be very recommended for before the fast. Now, one should definitely try to avoid salty food, spicy food, or any food with spices, because those things, again, would cause one to feel thirsty, and that feeling comes to the fast itself, and you don't want to do that. The body can handle a very long time without eating, but it's much harder to handle without drinking, and therefore, drinking before the fast is extremely important. And one should do that before, as we explained, to keep the body hydrated. When you come into the fast, then when you drank enough, it would also give you a feeling of satisfaction and not as hungry. And that is the trick to keep the body strong for the fast itself. One should also use and eat grapes and watermelons and melon. Those also are very much they have in it the juice of the melon, the grapes, and therefore that also keeps the body hydrated and makes it easier for the fast itself.